Heyo, what's up? Alright. Oh, let me mute that. 5-star foreigner, not bad, Cheerno. Oh yeah, I forgot, gotta make sure notifications are... There we go. There we go, that's what we want to see. Alright, now we are ready to start. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Yusei D-Wheeler here, and today we're gonna finish up the last few chapters I need to go in Agartha, so here we go. Oh, and I know the Madoka Magica game just came out though. I did download it though, and I did play around in it earlier though, but before we dive into that though, I want to be able to finish the Agartha chapters though, and I also heard from the second anniversary though that we're also gonna get like 10 more quartz for every singularity we finish though, so that's another reason why I want to finish this up. And also at Anime Expo, they also announced the guest for the FGO panels, which is going to be Ayako Kawasumi, the voice of Saber. OG Saber, of course. This is going to be like her third time in a row coming to Anime Expo for these Fate panels. And Rumi Okubo, the voice of Astolfo and Elizabeth Bathory. She's going to be there too. Yes, I know, Cherno. Only the 1.0 parts, not the 1.5. Those are next year. Oh. Well, whatever the case is, if it's true, we'll be getting more quartz. I don't know if we're going to be doing this, if we are going to be doing this, though, or... I know people are going to riot if we don't do it, though, so I guess they probably will, maybe. We'll see. They'll probably announce it at Anime Expo. But yes. In any case, though, so last time where we left off, though, I believe, yeah, after we, yeah, I forgot what okay, what we did, yeah, okay, we took down Penthesilea, and after we took her down, that's when Columbus did a backstabber. He did the backstabby. Alright. So my guess is here, we're fighting a Berserker and a Rider, so I'm guessing since he's riding on Megalos, we're gonna have to fight Megalos again, so, that's why I kind of, prepared my anti-divine team here. King of Slaves. Oh yeah, Columbus was known for that. Okay, as long as your dreams don't give up, dreams do come true. I'm living proof of that. Take a look around. We're standing in a temple of gold. I've dreamed of a place like this ever since I read about Zepang in the travels of Marco Polo. I really shouldn't trust old men with amnesia. Hey, what up, Kungos? Columbus, are you really our enemy? Yeah, I'm just gonna be very snarky about this guy. Foe! Old men are the worst foe. He was a wonderful leader for the resistance. He always knew just what to say, and his allies looked up to him in every way. And yet there was always something nagging at me, making me wonder if we could really trust him. Not knowing his true name was certainly part of it, but even then it felt like something deeper. Now I know what it was, a fundamental difference in values. I'm sorry, I might have been able to prevent this whole situation if only I trusted my misgivings. You have nothing to apologize for, Mash. Nobody would go around sowing the seeds of mistrust without good cause. I never gave much thought to what Columbus might value personally. But if he now means Yusaku harm, then I'll crush him regardless. There's no difference from the other Agartha rulers we've fought. We just have to keep all of that in mind when we face him. Well, well, you talk a big game for such a scrawny kid. You're going to be one hell of a guy when you grow up. Must be your royal blood, huh? That said, you're so straightforward that I'd bet it'd be real easy for someone to get the drop on you.
Thank you for the warning. Now, what is it you want?
Now that Agartha's rulers have all been defeated, the men you've been fighting to free should be able to return to the surface.
What do I want? You actually have to ask? Why, I want to rule this place myself, of course! When I first awoke here, I couldn't believe how wonderful this world was. It's a paradise! I see you're still confused. Then let me ask you this. What sort of world do you think this is?
One where men are cruelly oppressed. One where women control everything. They're practically the same thing.
No, that's not it. I'm talking about why it ended up that way. It's the best part of this whole underground world! The fact that women can multiply endlessly! You saw it for yourselves, didn't you? Just a bit of seed and BAM! A whole new woman! I couldn't believe it. It was like God had answered my prayers and brought all my dreams to life.
What's so great about women multiplying? I don't know why that's the only choice though, but okay.
You mean I have to spell that out for you too? Because you can sell them for a high price! You can use women for all sorts of things after all. And to make it even better, these women are stronger than men, which means they can do all sorts of heavy labor that used to be just for male slaves. On top of that, it's easy to make practically endless amounts of them in no time at all. They don't even come out as children. It's a slave trader's dream. You're a horrible person, Christopher Columbus. No country in the world condones slavery anymore. Huh? You think I don't know that? Of course I do. But that's just how it is in this day and age, right? Nobody had a problem with it in my era. I'm just acting according to the values of my own time. And it's not like my people invented slavery. Greece, Rome, the Middle East. It's been around forever. And that means all your heroic spirits who come from those times used slaves back when they were alive, and they didn't think anything of it. Some of those heroic spirits hear that slavery is frowned upon now, and decide to go with the times. Others hear that it's frowned upon, but decide that slaves are still too useful to give up. That's all it comes down to, right? Who gets to decide whether that's right or wrong? When I grew up, slavery was normal. Who are you to tell me that was wrong? That's a complex subject. I have to say, though, God certainly hands out blessings and trials in equal measure. I thought as much back when I crossed the Atlantic. When I first awoke in this dream world come to life, it was already ruled by 3 queens, and I really had lost all my memories. Maybe whoever summoned me made a mistake somewhere. I couldn't say. Still, I may not have had my memories, but I was still me. So I followed my heart and set out to make my dream come true. At first, things seemed completely hopeless, but I never gave up. Now, how'd I get started? Oh yes, the first thing I needed was a place to hide out safely. Well then. Backstory! Wait, Helena? Where are you? Oh man, what's going on? I can't believe I'm actually here in Agartha. Take that, all you arrogant skeptics! I knew it existed. It had to, after I said it did. I still don't know who summoned me here or why. But then, of course, I would be here. I have to be here. I bet anything Mahatma had a hand in this. Sorry, Mahatma. These peaches are delicious and the river's waters are so clean. This should make a great home base. The typical villain's explains his backstory plus future plans. Yep. But before I kill you, let me tell you a 5-minute monologue of why I'm here. Give me a second. Let me take a drink. There we go. Oh, I think I almost knocked over my cup.
Thankfully, nothing spilled. Alright.
Now, what should I investigate first? There's Shambhala, Agarthans. Ooh, I can tell I'm going to have my hands full just covering it all. This is a momentous day. One small step for a girl, one giant leap for the occult.
Hey, McDouble, what's up? I'm doing fine. Just finishing up Agartha here. Sorry to rain on your parade, but do you have a minute?
Ah! An Agarthan? You're an Agarthan, aren't you? I have so many questions. What sort of ultimate truth have you arrived at? Why do you grow your beard Why do you grow your beard that way? Is it some sort of spiritual thing?
Hey now, don't get the wrong idea. I'm in the same boat you are. I'm just a stray servant who was summoned here without any idea what's going on.
Aw, so you're just another servant. Phooey! So what's up? What do you want then?
Hey, I just said we're in the same boat. I've been looking for somewhere safe and ended up here, just like you. I was thinking we could help each other out.
Help each other out, huh? I guess it would be tough to cover all the field work on my own. And, well, might be handy to have someone around to gather more mundane information while I go about seeking the ultimate truth. Okay, you got yourself a deal. I'll be the brains, you'll be the...
Great, thanks. In that case, it'd really be helpful to me.
If you died! What the...
Oh, so that's why we didn't find Helena here. She just got offed right away? Damn. Oh yeah, I started Magia Record earlier though, but I haven't finished the first chapter yet. I don't know if I'll be streaming much of it though. Maybe if I have time... If I have time after finishing Agartha, maybe I might switch over to Magia Record. But I know Dove wants to do a big majority of the streaming though, so yeah, I'll probably let her do that though. But I'll probably do some streaming when I can though. Oh yeah, let me do mine. I am an alter ego. Hey, I am Melt. Okay. Dude, she just got offed right away. I get a nice safe hideout, and you get to disappear. Everybody wins! Wow. Poor Helena. I remember now. I killed a caster when I first discovered that Peach Blossom Spring. She seemed too smart to go along with what I had planned, so I had to get rid of her just to be safe. Then, even your hideout was built on someone else's sacrifice? We never did find out what happened to Helena after she disappeared from Chaldea. I wonder if... Of course there's going to be sacrifices. I'm trying to claim this utopia all for myself, after all. I'm going to found my own country here, a kingdom of dreams with an unlimited supply of slaves. And now the groundwork has been laid. If a leader is defeated, the women of this world obey their new one. That's how this world works. The question is, now that Penthesilea has been defeated, who's going to be that new leader? I take it you aren't looking for a diplomatic solution. Discount Hokusai. Damn. Of course not! You already know why I chose to make my move now, don't you? Because I already have the perfect slave. Thanks for handing me the reins to this guy, Scheherazade. That is perhaps the biggest wrinkle in all of this. I would have made sure to stop you from giving him control of Megalos if I'd been there. It's too bad that our communications weren't working then. Because if there's one thing a slave trader should never have, it's a great hero in his service. At last! This new world is almost mine! I can't wait to drop my anchor! You're up, my big beautiful slave! It's time to put that monstrous power of yours to good use! Roar! Sup, guys?
Master, we can't let him win! Let's get him!
I can see again, finally clean my glasses again. Well, hey! All about cleaning them glasses, you know? That way you can see. Gonna do yoga now, we'll be lurking. Alrighty, have a good one, McDouble. Oh boy. Okay. I think the... Well, might want to start by trying to get rid of Megalos, the big boy there. Hit it like 10 times and finally got it. Well then, let's see how my luck holds up then. Ow. Ow. Let's see. To be fair, he didn't use many great servants he didn't have that many great servants he can use. I see. Alright. Oof! Yeah, let's... How about we heal up? And we can do that. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta do it. You know what? Let's do a double mobile phantasm on him. Yeah, got the stun off. Now let's see if this can take out one of his bars. Yep, that's one bar down. Oh. I guess it did end when we had to take down one of his bars. Yay, got 2 more quartz. Woohoo! Alright, and I take it. So how much do we have here now? So 228 till bond 7. Wait, how is BB? Alright, let us give her a pretty decent boost. Arts effectiveness. Yeah, let's give her another ending. And we should be hunky-dory. Give me a sec. Get! You should know better than most just how strong this hero is. And then there's my anchor. Every time I drop it, another part of my dream comes true. On one island, I find a land of healthy indigenous people just waiting to be enslaved. On another island, a mountain of gold ready to be traded for glass beads. I can't wait to see what I'll find on this island. Santa Maria, drop anchor! Rawr, I'm here. We can't hold them both off. I can't really do him. Okay. Yeah, we get the picture. I don't want to die. Wowee, that was rough, but we made it! Hey, Astolfo and Dea on our back. Yeah. You know, I think this is going to be the first time I'm going to see Rumi Okubo at Anime Expo, though. Which is Astolfo's VA and Elizabeth's VA as well. Either that, or I probably never knew... Or she probably came here for another event, though. I forgot. I'll have to check to see if Astolfo's actor came to AX before. But she's coming this year for the FGO panel, at least. Are you alright, Master? Astolfo, Deon, are you alright? Gotta be honest, I'm pretty much out of gas here. We did not defeat all of the Amazons, but it seems there's no longer any need to. As they are merely standing around staring blankly into space. I take it you defeated Penthesilea? Yes, we did, but unfortunately... It seems your misgivings were well-founded. Well, look at you two jumping into the fray. What good little allies you are! You got Penthesilea and a K-scope on your second account? Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I was a bit tempted to see if I can get Penthesilea, though, but I'm like, nah. So I think it's either gonna be between her or Rama for the free 4-star servant in September. You are, of course, welcome to join us. I can almost certainly find buyers who'd pay a great deal for slaves of your particular bent. Talk about a priceless opportunity! Though of course I'll have to put some kind of price to you if I'm to be paid for my trouble. I'm picking up NP2 Astolfo, that's for sure. Yeah, go for it. Allies, eh? That reminds me of something I need to confirm. Oh, and what might that be? Go on, ask me anything. Are you the one who set fire to the hideout? Got it in one! Really, who else would it be? What? You mean that fire was actually... Oh, come on now, think about it. We were up against the Amazons, right? If they'd actually found our hideout, they wouldn't have just set it on fire.
They'd come after us with axes and swords and their war cry to finish us off for good.
But then, why would you destroy our own hideout?
Why? Because you useless good-for-nothings are practically shaking in your boots at the idea of facing the Amazons again, of course. When his crew's freaking out, a good captain uses every tool at his disposal to keep the ship moving. Sometimes he'll keep 2 separate logbooks. Other times he'll stretch the facts as far as they can go to claim the land is near. It was the same thing here. I had to burn it all down to keep you useless idiots moving forward. To make you steel yourself and convince you that you had to keep fighting in order to survive. I couldn't have you little turds resigning yourselves to being their slaves after coming this far. You are my slaves! You are the pawns I needed to claim this world for myself. You don't get to change masters unless I say so! Then, all along we were just... After I claimed the Peach Blossom Spring, the next thing I needed was soldiers. Naturally, I quickly realized that the men fed up with their lot in life here were my best bet. I have to say, you were a fine crew. None of you ever suspected I was anything less than altruistic. I'm pretty used to putting down mutinies on my ship, so it was a pleasant surprise not to have to bother with that for you lot. So many of us died because we trusted you. I know, it broke my heart to see so many useful laborers die without having a chance to sell them off. But that's not enough to make me give up on my dream. It's like I always told you, as long as you don't give up, one day you'll reach your destination. Yeesh, he doesn't break character for a minute, does he? There is no reason one cannot be both a positive thinker and an evil person. It merely makes one all the more It merely makes one an all the more despicable villain. I've known a number of people like him in my time, but I've never before seen one so unabashed. I feel the same. At any rate, I feel much better now that you and Astolfo are here. I'm certain that you were able to wound him badly in the last battle. You can do this, Master!
I won't lose to anyone who exploits others. Columbus, this world is not for you. I won't lose to anyone who exploits others.
That's rich! None of you ever once wished you were rich? Then go ahead, throw the first stone at me!
Foe! There, I threw a pebble at you.
Alright, let me take a drink.
Sick. What can we say? It's the Grail talking for him. Okay. What we really want to do is put down Megalos, though. Ow. And that's it. Wow, have fun fighting him. I actually am, though. Not gonna lie. There we go. Ow. But I use Mash, Shuten, and Tama. Oh, I see. Well, this is the second round fighting these two, though. So I don't think there's, I don't think there's like a terms to win though. I think you just have to bring him down for this one though. So let's bring this, break bar down. There you go, that's one bar down. Ooh. Huh. That's cool. I'm using Skahak though because of her anti-divine attack though. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so we got one bar down though, that's good. So let's try to keep her alive because she's going to be one of my key players. Ow! Mind's Eye fake. Okay, well, looks like we're gonna have to do a little attacking on Columbus now. Yeah, you know, I should have used this Noble Phantasm. Okay, well, they're both gonna let loose on us. Problem is, I don't know what Columbus's Noble Phantasm does. Alright. It doesn't have Piercing invincibility. Oh, that's definitely good to hear. Okay, let's wait a sec. And Kiryu can stun Divine though, so I want him at least to use up his Noble Phantasm. So shit, I think I fucked up here. You know what? I may have wasted it though, but I want them to use it up first though. Because I already have my invincibility up though, and I don't want to lose any of them here at this point. And besides, Enkidu still has the buff though, so, it still has Merlin's buff, so he'll be fine. There we go. And now let's see what he does now. I don't know if he's AoE or single target. Oh god, that face. Okay, he's AoE. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, then. I can wait for Skahak to finish. But right now, what I want to do...
人と共に歩むゆえにエヌマエリシュ
There we go. Get that stun off. There we go, nice. Let's see, let's... I think we can actually take on Megalos right here. There we go. This should definitely take him out. Yep, he's done for. You're done, son. Conquistador EX. Four turns. Alright. I think the main thing is we took down Megalos, though, so he shouldn't be too difficult. Though, looks like we're gonna lose Merlin rather soon. Huh. Well, I'll be then. I guess, yep. Let's just do Noble Phantasm spam. Alright. Get the stun off. Sweet. If only that invincibility came one turn sooner. At least I broke the bar first. I guess that wouldn't have mattered though. He had... God, that smile's so creepy. Oh. Looks like they both survived, at least. And then, well, there's Enkidu. Hey, BB-chan is here too. Let's give some health to... Yeah, let's give health to her. Just stun him for a bit. But hey, we got Mama Roiko. So let's go. He's got guts. Oh, and a charge. Hey, why you heard BB-chan? Hold up. Alright, I think we... Alright, let's see what this does now. Oh, still survive. Uh-oh. Extra by 1... If you revive with 1 HP. So, is this gonna be a match finisher? Oh wait, I forgot Raiko had evade. Wait, how many times does he have guts? 1 left. Okay, now I see. There we go. Oh yeah! Weekly mission's done. Need to beat 1 more servant. Okie dokie then. Sup? I'm Guy. I'm here. I'm down.
You did it! Megalos is shut down!
Damn it! It's over, Columbus.
Oh no, it isn't. Not yet. I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. You can barely stand. If ever there was a time to give up, this is it. What more can you possibly... Wait, is that...
Good thing I had this stashed away. Yeah, I remember he did have that little glowing thing before. I'm pretty sure that was a grail.
Oh crap, is that a Tamatabako?
He must have still had one hidden on him. Yeah, we should have pickpocketed him, you know? And then probably took him to a liquor store, you know, that stuff.
Damn, we have to stop him from using it.
Too late. You'll never make it in time. Here, Megalos, I've got a little pick-me-up for you. It's way better than dried meat and wine. Go ahead, take as much magical energy as you want.
This is bad. If Megalos gets a second win while we're still exhausted.
Oh, who shot it out of the hand? Huh? Huh?
Did an arrow just send the Tamatabako flying?
Great shot, that was 1 in a million. Or, you know, I'm just gonna say, who fired that? I didn't think I would actually hit it. Wow, it wasn't an archer servant, a random archer servant that did it. Good job, random NPC guy 1. But I guess all that training paid off. It's just like you always said, Captain. The important thing is to never give up. You worthless excuse for a slave! You're not even fit to scrub my boots! Is that so? Because as far as I'm concerned, you're not even fit to wear those boots. No, that's clearly unimportant character number 11. Ah, my mistake. Okay, right, number 11. Got it. It's over! Oh shit! Shota Fergus did it!
You did it! That wound is fatal! But be careful, but please be careful, Fergus.
Yes, I know. This is where the Demon God Pillar will... Damn it! Damn it! I'm sorry, God. I end up wasting all the good luck you gave me. But I'm not giving up. The next time I'm summoned, I'll find another treasure island to make my fortune. I can't wait! I'm counting the days already! Huh?
What? He's gone? Just like that?
Oh, I'm gone too.
Megalos as well. We must have completely destroyed their spirit organs, but in that case...
It appears this story has reached its conclusion. In that case, I trust you won't mind if I interject? Or to be more precise, I've accumulated so much evidence so quickly that I've now only reached the point where I can interject. What are you trying to say, Holmes? I do, of course, understand that there is no need for me to involve myself in this matter, but given my nature, I'm afraid I'm compelled to do so regardless. Now then, Miss Curiolite, I see you have your brow furrowed with quite a sweat. Would you care to elaborate on the mystery that still plagues you? That will explain how this whole matter began, and most likely how it'll end. Our goal in coming here was to carry out the Remnant Order. But we still haven't found the Demon God Pillar, even though we know it's somewhere here in Agartha. Precisely. To be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. The evidence is so clear that it practically leads you to the conclusion by the nose. Nonetheless, since I know you to be something of a fan of mine, Miss Curiolite, I shall take this occasion to repeat one of my best-known lines. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. In this case, the impossible is the notion that the Demon God Pillar could not have been hidden within one of the leaders of the three nations in Agartha. That its signals remains even after defeating all prior suspects proves that none other... That its signal remains even after defeating all prior suspects proves that none of them were the culprit. We can safely eliminate Chaldea's servants from the pools of suspects as well. While not impossible for the pillar to have hidden within one of them, doing so would have been needlessly complicated. Now it seems fair to assume that the servants you met in Agartha who originated from Chaldea were forcefully summoned here to serve specific roles.
While they may have functioned as hooks and page-turners to propel one through the story, they are highly unlikely to be part of the main cast. So given all that, what is it that remains? Who is the one surviving servant we have met here in Agartha that has no relation whatsoever to Chaldea?
Heyo.
And thus the story is complete. Thank you.
Oh no, thick Choco Caster. How could you? Thank you for the quartz.
Oh boy. Chapter 15, and let me swallow up some of these.
紫外線対策はしていまかっきーかっちーあ、大丈夫です。大切な資源で遊んだりはしていません。資源回収に成功しました。マスター。かっきーかっちー
Mash, please.
あ、大丈夫です。大切な資源で遊んだりはしていません。
So I just need
していません。
one more servant to beat. Before that, let me take a drink from my cup. There we go.
Let me check up on something here. Alright. And now we continue the second to the last chapter with no battles. The story comes to fruition.
You're the one behind all this? Foe! That is very twisty. Foe.
Huh? I don't understand. What do you mean the story is complete? Very well, my one miscast. Now that everything is concluded, I shall tell you. It's very simple. In brief, I created Agartha by having my noble phantasm, my stories, erode the real world. Put differently, you have all been inside my 1001 nights this entire time. What? But that doesn't make any sense. The 1001 Nights does have a story set in an underground world, but it's nothing like this. And needless to say, they definitely don't include Ease, the Nightless City, El Dorado, the Peach Garden, or the Dragon Palace. That may be, but I never told the tales of Aladdin or Alibaba when I was alive either. Huh? Now I see. The 1001 Nights, as we know them now, contain a number of parts that were added over the course of various retellings. But if she's able to use them all without any issue, it may be that she gets to decide what the 1001 Nights are. Indeed, stories I learned through books, stories I improvised myself, stories that came after my time, but that I could have plausibly told. The 1001 Nights were never a fixed set, but a malleable collective that grew over time. As such, it only makes sense that I would have a right to choose what goes into them. Now that you point that out, I can see the connection between this world and your noble phantasm. Fictional or not, everything here is part of a story. I might have realized it sooner if I'd paid more attention to that. Then again, maybe I didn't realize it because there's still something I can't quite believe. The sheer scale and rigidity of this world. This is on a whole other level from the monsters Shakespeare wrote into existence in Shinjuku. Here, it's more like the rules of this world, rather that this entire singularity itself is a story. That's the equivalent of rewriting reality. That would have to be an incredibly powerful spell, something on par with a reality marble. I guess it could be possible for a demon god pillar, but still. I suspected as much. All stories, whether they be fiction or non-fiction, have an element of inauthenticity. Even non-fiction? Of course. After all, when one is describing events such as a story, by definition, those events are not taking place in reality. Okay, English please! What's that all mean? It means the evidence was in plain sight from the beginning. Every servant here has had some manner of inauthenticity to them. That is the proof that this has all been a story. What do you mean by that, Holmes? This underground domain has blended together story and reality to an even greater degree than Shinjuku. In Shinjuku, that blend merely occurred as a result of Bile's choice to use phantom spirits. But in Agartha, I sense it to be a deliberate choice. Once this unnatural underground space was created, heroic spirits were summoned to it, but with significant alterations made to them. Some reactions were all but inevitable in such a process. In this case, I believe they were the story each servant was made to perform. Wait, back up. Did you say every servant here? I did indeed. Let us begin with the most obvious examples. Surely there was something that struck you as inauthentic about them. Christopher Columbus had amnesia. Hercules was Hercules Megalos, an enormous mindless beast in a constant berserk state. And Drake was Dahoot. Those are certainly the clearest examples, but I'm afraid I had no other choice. After all, Pirate Princess Dahoot, the ruler of Ease, was simply impossible to summon as a servant. I see. That puts one in mind of phantom spirits. Yeah, to be honest, Wu Zetian and the Nightless City have been nagging at me for a while now. What do you mean? They're from entirely different periods. Wu Zetian is from the Tang Dynasty, while the Nightless City is from the Han Dynasty. I let it pass me by at first since they both come from China. But when you think about it, it makes no sense for Wu Zetian to be the ruler of the Nightless City. They have no connections other than their country, and they're hundreds of years apart historically. Assuming that was indeed Wu Zetian's inauthenticity, the final piece is the Amazons, the most elementary of all these errors. They fall into much the same category as Wu Zetian in that their historical domain differed greatly from the land they controlled here. But didn't the Amazons live in the jungle? Precisely. Those who lived in the jungles of South America, the ones who protected El Dorado, are entirely different from the warrior women of Greek mythology. Some believe that the tribe of women who lived in the jungle only came to be associated due to their similarities to the myth. And that is why the river and surrounding area came to be known as the Amazon. In essence, the Greek figures were no more the models for those in the story of El Dorado. And so the fact that Penthesilea lived in El Dorado was itself another inauthenticity. And then there's me, the fledgling warrior, the Fergus who's nothing like the Fergus you all know. Scheherazade, you said that I was your one miscast. What did you mean by that? Fergus MacRoig, your intended role was to stir up Agartha, though in a different way than Hercules. I had read that you were the embodiment of male sexuality, that you required 7 women every night just to satisfy your lust. Sorry about that. I thought you would be even lustier if I summoned you in your youth, but you ended up being too young. I could not have imagined that you would appear as a boy uncomfortable around women, to the point that you could not even raise your hand against one. You are by far my greatest miscalculation. A miscalculation? So I'm only here because of a mistake. I'm a pointless side character, a half-baked extra. I hate to admit it, but that makes a lot of sense. I haven't been of any help in a single battle so far. It didn't matter whether I was there or not. But that's only true for the audience. For me, this adventure has been... Fergus. Yes, Master Fergus's inauthenticity is his youth. Essentially everything we see before us now. One might go so far as to assert that every other servant who may have been summoned here and eliminated prior to our meeting them would have had some inauthentic characteristic about them. Then the noble phantasm you have been using before all this time, Alf Layla Walela, the 1001 Nights. That is what you used to create this world and to summon twisted forms of servants to fill it. I only have one question. Why would you do such a thing? You really have to ask? I thought my desire had been made quite clear. I have certainly voiced it often enough. You don't want to die? Then your objective is to live a long life? No, I never said anything like that. All I want is to not die. Isn't that the same thing? Not in the slightest. As long as you are alive, you will one day have to die. Excuse me, but you do know that we're all servants, right? What difference does that make? To exist now inevitably means dying later. It's the same thing. In the end, we servants are nothing more than familiars. Once our task is finished, we disappear. That too is death. It holds the same chill, solitude, misery, the same terrifying intercourse with nothingness as when you cease to exist. I can't stand it. I spent every one of those 1001 nights wishing for nothing more than not to die. Every fiber of my being is terrified of death. And as a heroic spirit, the only way for me to ever avoid dying is to destroy the world. The man who summoned me taught me that. Then that man must be the demon god pillar. When she first showed up, I of course scanned her for the demon god pillar's signal. If she really is the one who's been working with him, then how did they avoid detection? Let's not forget that other little tiny thing she brought up. Did you say destroy the world? Agartha's story is one in which related stories and those of servants summoned here mingle and fight, and ultimately comes to fruition once they disappear. My noble phantasm gives stories form. His power made them real. Very soon my story, the story of Agartha, will assume the format it's always meant to take. An earthquake? No, it's not that. I can't believe it. Your z-axis coordinates are rising rapidly. The ground is moving, the sky is splitting. It's like the entire space is moving upwards.
El Dorado. Whoa! Oh. Everything's breaking apart and stuff.
What the? There's a real sky instead of a rocky ceiling now! Impossible. You mean to tell me we're flying? This is Agartha's final form come to life. Another story all its own. It is now the floating city of Laputa. I offered up everything I had to that king in order not to die. Not only my story, but my body as well. As such, there can be no more fitting name for the finale than Laputa, the Whore.
Damn.
Rise, Laputa! Gaze down upon the earth and plummet towards it. You shall be the last of the mythical cities, the destroyer of the world's natural laws.
Well then. Quartz, please. Passing by Chirno and Nesbit. Hey, welcome back, Kungos. Holy shit! We're a floating island now. Whoa. Whoop. The final chapter, Women of Agartha. Give me a sec. Let me check some stuff here for now before we begin. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Alright, let me see. Alright. Just need to go back here. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, we got a caster going, though I don't know who else would be here. Suppose I can switch off my thing. I don't, because we're not going to be fighting anymore. You know what? I'll bring in bring in Musashi. And let's see, think of my team. Right. Okay, let's see. Bip, bip, bip. Let's go with this getup. Alrighty. The final chapter. First arrow. We're flying! We're actually flying! How is this happening? I had forgotten that they were still here. This is bad. They're starting to panic.
Hey, I've got a job for you guys!
Huh?
Real simple. Get out of here, find as many of the men in prison here as you can, and round them all up. Once you've done that, I want you to meet us back by the boats we used to get here. Oh, and don't worry about the Amazons, they should be busy zoning out like zombies. You can even steal their horses if you want. Now go on, hurry it up.
Okay, we're on it.
Well done, that was an excellent idea, giving them a job so that they wouldn't have time to panic. People are always telling me I'm the sort who comes through when things get real bad. Besides, we were gonna have to do something about the men still in prison here at some point anyway. All the more so now that we literally have liftoff. Indeed, not to mention that this era is likely to become even more dangerous. It would certainly be best not to have ordinary humans close at hand. Now then. Now that our spectators have left for the time being, Miss Scheherazade, allow me to ask you a question. Where exactly do you intend to have this place plummet? Nowhere in particular. Any heavily populated city will do. Oh no, it's starting to shift horizontally too. It's definitely setting a course for somewhere. Then we need to act, and quickly! At least right now, we're still above the relative... At least right now, we're still above the relatively uninhabited Nepalese mountains. But there's still got to be at least some people seeing this. These last few minutes alone are going to be a nightmare for the Mages Association of this time period to clean up. And if that weren't enough, you're also going to drop this huge landmass on a heavily populated city? This is a disaster. It would be a catastrophe like we've never seen before.
Hundreds, thousands of people will die. Would die.
I'm afraid it could be orders of magnitude greater than that. To make matters worse, the damage won't be limited to the physical realm. We're still experiencing the after effects of the Gatia mess, so the world hasn't completely stabilized yet. There's no telling what sort of chaos this could unleash. That is exactly the point. There is a reason I'm going to have a fictional city destroy a real one. By doing so, I will destroy the concept of mystical secrets.
What?
Once Laputa plummets onto a real city, people everywhere will be forced to accept that a place of fiction is as real as the place it destroyed, and the people it killed. Once that happens, it will change the world. Everyone will know that mystical beings exist, and in consequence, everyone will attempt to learn their secrets for themselves. Eventually, the mystical may become an ordinary part of everyone's lives. Wait, if that actually happened, then... Indeed, once mystics become available to all, they will cease to be mystics in the first place. That is the future I wish to bring about. A world where mystics lose all substance and power, so that servant summoning system becomes obsolete. Huh? Otherwise, I'll have to die again and again. I'll constantly have to live in fear of death. I'll never be able to escape the insidiousness... I never have to escape the insidiousness of knowing that my death is assured whenever I'm summoned. You would go so far just to avoid death? Can't you understand how I feel? No, I can't. Your fear of death is far out of proportion for any living creature. If it isn't death you fear, but the idea of yourself dying, then something has gone wrong in your life. Let me share now what I held back that night. Our perspectives on death couldn't be more different. I am a warrior. From the day I was born, I have been taught that to die is an honor. The only aspect of death we fear is that we might die having violated our pride or gaze, not death itself. Death is inevitable for all living things. The path you take to death is your life. You should be fighting what led you to fear to death, to such a degree, not death itself. You surprise me, young Fergus. You are far more composed than warriors twice your age. Your grown-up self must be a wise and kind warrior indeed.
About that.
I'm right there with all of you, but now's not the time. But I am not that strong. I never was, for I am not a warrior. I simply cannot help but wish to not die. That is all I can think about. All I can think about. I don't want to be strangled. I don't want to be cut. I don't want to be flogged. I don't want to be burned. I don't want to be stabbed. I don't want to be starved. I don't want to be shot. I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to be crushed. I don't want to be poisoned. There are so many ways to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die no matter what. That's all I ever wanted. For me, stories were my lifeline. A thin, flimsy lifeline comprised solely of words I strung together reticently, uncertainly.
Hang on. In the 1001 Nights, I thought your motive was much braver than that. Alright. Hang on. In the 1001 Nights...
That's right, Master. I know the story of the 1001 Nights. The Arabian Nights as well. In it, there is a king who was taking virgins as wives and killing them the next morning. And you volunteered to go and stop him because it was the right thing to do, didn't you? At first, yes. But do you know what it's like to spend night after night with a deranged king who no longer trusts women? The fear that comes with never knowing if the next day will be your last. He couldn't be reasoned with or bargained with. He would simply kill women for no reason at all. I could have been killed merely because the wind blew, or because it rained. Anything could have set him off. And of course, it was always possible that he would grow tired of my stories and decide to kill me rather than wait to find out what happens next. It was as though I lived with a poisonous insect who could kill me but with a single sting. That is why, after some time, all I had left was the desire not to die. That was all I had. I devoted my entire being towards fulfilling it. Words, expressions, presence, gaze, servitude, demeanor, opinions, changes, worldview, stories, pleasure, temperature, uselessness, usefulness, submissiveness, stimulation. I gave up everything I had, all so I wouldn't have to die. And at long last, after 1,000 interminable nights, the king finally came to his senses. After all that, when I had lived my one and only life, I was forced to become a heroic spirit. After I had been shaped and formed solely by my desire not to die, I went and became a being that is doomed to be repeatedly summoned and always disappear. Kings are both great in stature and foolish in mind. Agartha itself has proven as much. A single person attempting to lead a nation will inevitably end in discord. Regardless of whether that discord leads to failure among its people, or failure in the nation itself. I know now that the responsibility for either outcome falls on the king. From outside, that king will appear foolish or even tyrannical. No matter how skilled a warrior they are, kings who cannot accept that foolishness will not stay king. My future self knows that well. Nothing I can say to you could make up for the suffering you endured, spending 1,000 nights with such a foolish king. But I can say this. I won't let you destroy the world simply because you don't want to die.
We Celtic warriors see the world as a battlefield of honor, and your story contains no hint of honor.
Yeah, you know, I don't really get what's going on right now. But I do know I definitely don't want that, but I do know I definitely don't want the servant system going away. That would mean I'd never get to visit any new places or meet anyone new. Or get to send anyone off with a word of encouragement ever again, right? That'd be awful. I don't want to forget those tears. I am a knight of the White Lily, sworn to protect France. Indirect though it may be, I am proud that I can continue to fulfill my duty even in death. If you wish to remove the means of fulfilling my duty, that makes you an enemy of France and me.
Above all, I can't let you cause a catastrophe.
Well said, Master. If a landmass this size struck the Earth, the damage would be truly cataclysmic. We absolutely have to prevent that, no matter what. Fearing death, clinging to life, attempting to destroy everything, that may be the same as the Demon God King's plan. But she has nothing beyond that. She has no intention of remaking the planet, nor of starting over. All she's doing is trying to destroy the world out of petty personal desire. Again, she has nothing beyond that. I don't know how much influence the Demon God Pillar has had on her, but this whole idea is twisted. She's trying to commit suicide by destroying the world, all that she'll never have to die again. Don't misunderstand me. I would just as soon leave the world out of this if I could. The one who summoned me told me that there was one heroic spirit who voluntarily disappeared from the throne of his own accord. How I envy him. Things would have been so much easier if I could do that too. You've got it completely backwards. You have no idea what a great and tragic feat it was for him to disappear from the throne like that. Whether it's potential they failed to live up to, or a task they failed to complete, every great person has unfinished business of one kind or another. Only those who succeeded at leaving nothing at all behind can fully disappear from this universe. His soul will never transmigrate. No one will ever tell of his stories again. No one will ever tell his stories again. He'll never be needed by anyone for anything. He had no choice but to disappear into the void, and you envy him that. You don't need to say anything, Master. I feel the same way. He has no idea of the fury she's just incited in all of us. Come on, let's show her just how wrong-headed her envy is. If he were still here, he'd have a lot to say. Are we talking about Romani here? Romani. Rip. Okay, Scheherazade. This is really going to hurt. All I want is to not die, nothing more. So why? Why are you trying to subject me to that again? How could you be so cruel? Very well then, I suppose I have to fight if I don't want to die. Rip in peace, Romani. I doubt you'll let me go no matter how beautiful a Dogeza I present. I have nothing against you, Yusaku. If anything, I envy you too. Out of everyone here, you're the only one who will never have to die again once you are dead. I just had a brilliant idea. Oh? What is this brilliant idea? Let her Dogeza and chop her head off. Well, I mean, she'll probably know if we're bullshitting her. Grand battle. Holy crap, we're fighting Red Shrek. Okay, and we're fighting 9 different servants, so... there we go. Why is Santa Shrek here? I don't know why! So that's a rider's servant. Okay. I think I'll start by taking out that horse.
Ow. Ow. Okay, let's... Yeah, let's see if we can take out her. Alright. There we go. Ow. Alright. So let's try this.
見せてあげるわ。そうしたいの？山を登り、なお落ちることなきその両翼、確約三年。死んでしまいます。バイバイ。寝てしまっても構いません。
Hmm. Whew. This is gonna be a tough one. Might as well. Might be the only way.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
五輪の神髄お見せしましょう。任せて。
お望みのままに。
There we go.
南天満台自在天地。元気にその騎勢を断つ。我が軍、我が勝負。医者な大戦争。死んでしまいます。
Alright, that's one gauge down.
なんの。
どうか
やめてください。寝かしなくても構いませんよ。
What?
このように。
So I have to target the others, though. Well, that's just dandy, isn't it?
夢のように片付けよう。
Alright, well. Okay, so I have to target this one, though. Okay, okay, I see where you're going with this. Hmm.
王の、ん？
待ってました。
There we go.
星のうちに物見の目で楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。 君たちの物語は祝福に満ちている。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。どうかな。
Full of red. And now for her noble phantasm.
求めたのは次の夜、そしてまた次の夜。これが私のことのある罪で終わりなき
Ah, there's Aladdin.
アルフ大学
And a genie.
今宵はここまで。
Oh god, we went to her boobs. But still a target, though. You know what? Let's see now.
とっておき見せてあげるわ。ふん。
Alright, I should be able to finish it, though.
そうしたいの？
Maybe I should.
山を見る。なお落ちることなきその両翼。着翼参戦。
There we go.
行くわよ。そんなに見たいの？いいわ。ふん。待ってました。
There we go. All right.
夢のように片付けよう。
こうしてほしいんでしょう。
お任せ。夢のように片付けよう。
Alright, let's see now.
とっておき見せてあげるわ。五輪の神髄お見せしましょう。
お望みのままに。
There we go.
山を見る。なお落ちることなきその両翼。着翼参戦。
Alright, that takes care of that one. So who am I attacking now? Probably attacking that front one, though. Overkill.
どうか。
ご存知の入れましょう。
Of course you had to drain Merlin.
I will later. Okay, I'll talk later. Don't worry.
Let's see now. Alright, so let's do a Merlin chain.
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。君たちの物語は祝福に満ちている。罪なき者のみ通るガーデン・オブ・アバロン。どうか柄ではないんだけどね。
Fun. Ah, it would killed off Merlin before I can do anything. I got Raiko now, but now she's got her. Oh, got her Spriggan. Oh, but we can all actually survive this one though. Now. Alright, here we go again. Big giant bird. Some of our noble phantasms just got charged. Straight into the boobs. As much as I want to take out that Spriggan, though. I want to take that one out before it charges itself again. Alright. Alright, nice. Alright. So just two now, huh? Let us take him out while we can. Let's do a triple noble phantasm, shall we? Oh, she survived, barely.
山を抜きなお落ちることなきその両翼確約参戦
Now she has no other allies.
南天満台自在天二葉栗から超天将行くぞ剣豪バット医者の大天将死んでしまいますこのように入れましょう
Alright.
あな承知いたしました待ってました痛いですか山田です
Oh god. Come on now.
承知あらあらあなたに刃です
So let's do it.
痛いですか行くわよやめてください
Yamete.
入れましょう入れましょうご存知のはず
Ooh, okay, well. I'm sorry, Kuro, you did very well. Let's do a Buster Chain. Alrighty.
求めたのは次の夜そしてまた次の夜これが私のことながら紡いで終わりなき願いの物語アルフ大学
Ow.
今宵はここまで
Boobs! Alrighty then.
魔力切れ
Sorry, Kuro. Hey, it's BB-chan. Alright.
ご命令とあら承知いたしました
Oh, thanks for the host, Phantom X599.
来たれ我が中心我が嘘四天王などどれこの通りいいぞぬっせいはっ
So, how are you doing today, though? Again, thank you for the host.
死んでしまいますせい
Alright, let's see. A bit tired of farming. I could see that. Oh, nice. I was gonna say, I'm in like the last chapter of Agartha. Anti-hero A. Then Guts. Okay, let's see now.
待ってましたあなたの刃です
Bedchamber survival. Defense up. Oh, and thanks for the follow too, Phantom. Alrighty then, let's see. She's got defense up. Let's protect the... because she's closer to her noble phantasm right now. Oh, well, I appreciate it. That's very cool of you. Sorry, Raiko. But thank you for the charge. Just in case he tries to target anyone. Alright. Let us... There we go. That should probably do it. Overkill! Even though she has guts though, but then I got a chain coming up too. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, I forgot her noble phantasm removes the buffs. Yay, 9 servants beaten. Oh, we've got some really tasty Ascension materials. Alright, that was the first part. Alright. So next one, I'm fighting just a single caster. A caster, huh? Well, let's see now. Well, first, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we still got Raiko. Might wanna still keep BB here too. How's Musashi doing on Bond? How is Musashi doing on Bond? Okay, she still has quite a ways to go to Bond level 7. Okay, but right now, so... I'm fighting a caster, so I might need a rider. First things first. I do want to bring Melt. And let's switch out her... Okay, so as for you, let's see if we can... What other riders can we use at the moment? Maybe a Buster rider? I do have Ozzy though, but I want to take advantage of the thingamabobbers here. You have Martha, but she's AoE. I haven't really max-foed her yet. What's Astolfo's bond at? Yeah, I'm not gonna be of much help. Kentucky Rider, Altria, Santa Altar. Who shall I use? Maybe Maeve? Yeah, I'm not really using male allies. If only I had Drake. You know, why not? Why not just use Ruler Martha? And yeah, I think we should be good. She's almost at bond 7 too. Let me see. Yeah, she's almost there. She's tough.
Of course. After all, I don't want to die. This is weirdly harder than it should be. Something's not right. It's not technique or experience. It's more like she just squirms away whenever it feels like I've got her clear shot. Is that so? I haven't noticed anything like that. I feel the same as Astolfo. I still can't use my sword against her, but I should at least be able to hold her in place. And yet she always manages to slip away at the last moment. What's going on? Allow me to tell you one of my traits. Now that I am a servant, no king can kill me. After all, the reason I became a heroic spirit is because I avoided death at a king's hand. Although strictly speaking, it's only a skill that lets me move around in order to keep kings at bay. Ah, crap, are you serious? I guess since I'm a prince, it technically affects me, too.
So not anti-personnel, but an anti-king skill. Maybe you kings should sit this one out then. No, I'm gonna be all smart on him. So it's not anti-personnel, but an anti-king skill.
Master, the skill is making it easier for her to stall for time. Laputa's huge landmass has been slowly but surely moving this whole time. It's clear that this singularity took shape by combining with your noble phantasm. But what sort of magical energy could you possibly put together to make that work? How in the world did you manage the resources, the design? He's the one who told me how it would work. I was to summon servants to an enclosed underground world and have them fight one another. Such an environment would naturally lead to conflict. The more twisted, the better. So I decided to use a conquistador with an unabashedly twisted desires as the base of its design. As Columbus said, Agartha was indeed the sort of world he had long wished for. But he could not have guessed that the patron who granted that wish had even more deplorable motives. It doesn't matter how it was all designed. The main goal was getting servants to fight, which means conflict between servants would lead to a vortex of magical energy. On top of that, the enclosed nature of the underground singularity enabled it to trap the vanquished servants' souls and continuously exploit the energy generated as they attempted to return to the throne. That was the goal. It would then use that abundant energy to slowly make my story into reality. That sounds rather like having a horse turn a cogwheel by dangling a carrot before its nose. He also told me that this could be considered a kind of Holy Grail war.
What? God damn it.
A Holy Grail war that exists only as a twisted story where no one attempts to seek the Grail. But before I knew it, the Holy Grail had already materialized in the form of a story come to life. Look out, Masters! I think she's still trying to stall for time. If Labuda drops onto a major city, she'll have won. Please hurry! Okay then, time to bust out the cliches and about how I've been holding back this whole time. I fought alongside all of you, and I know how strong you are. You are indeed powerful enough to kill me if I let my guard down. So from here on out, I leave it to you, Phenex.
What? She's letting out the Demon God Pillar. Oh god, this is some weird kinky hentai. Phenex I am. I am Truth Reunion, one of the 72 Demon God Pillars.
It's the Demon God Pillar! Please be careful! Phenex, the Demon God of Death and Rebirth, thought to be identical to the Phenex known in the West. His number is 37, his rank Marquis. It is said that his every word is a natural poem. I see. That explains his unusual manner of speech. As to the quality of his poetry, I shall refrain from voicing my opinions. I would love to have Watson offer his opinion on it, not that he is a poet himself, of course. But perhaps hearing what passes for poetry from this creature would inspire him to try his hand at it. I finally understand why I wasn't able to see the demon god lurking behind Scheherazade before. A number of his values are inverted. In other words, numerically speaking, he's already dead. Now I see. We never saw him because we never looked for something that was dead. This may be the only trick unique to the Demon God Pillar of Death and Rebirth. But we probably shouldn't count on future Demon God Pillars being easily detachable either. The reason I'm here is to prove my friendship, to accept Scheherazade for who she is. Life and death, unavoidable, self-purpose, unavoidable, life and death, simple death, no rebirth, only acquired by melding with me. Her wish, her dream, not to die, not to live. Found it, answer, the answer. So he wasn't using Scheherazade at all. Sounds like he actually sympathized with her. So he wasn't using Scheherazade at all. You actually understand what this demon god is saying, Master? More or less. That's amazing. No wonder you're the Master. I didn't have the faintest idea. I may not know what he's saying, but I do know that what he is attempting. Yep. Now that he's not hiding anymore, he's gonna try to do us in personally. Let's do this, Master. Let's show him he's no different from any other thousands of pillars we've whooped before. What's up, Discount Hokusai? Our target is Phenex, the 37th Demon God Pillar. Please destroy him, Master.
Alrighty, let's go. Demon God Pillar. Looks pretty tanky. Okay, let me see. Let's charge. Let's see now. Oh no, I got charmed. HP lost after 1 turn. How much HP am I gonna lose? Oh, the story's going pretty good. Okay, well, let us... There we go. So let's have Punchy Saint do her thing. Okay, not bad. Okay, let's
My phone's ringing, hold on.
Alright, let's see now how much this can do. There we go. Oh, that's quite a big chunk. Oh no, Charmed Martha. Oh god. Oh, that's not good. Okay, got Raiko and BB up now. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Let's do it again. Okay, not bad. Alright. Alright. Oh, she tanked it at least. Hold on. Gotta make sure I do that. Wasn't enough. But you know what? I'll use one command spell. There we go. Alright. So let's do that. Okay. Oh, there goes Raiko. Ouch. Alright, Mesh. Do your thing. Here we go. Let's give that injection. All right. Here we go. We just injected a demon god pillar. No, not Mash. Alright. Okay. Let's see who can finish it first. BB or Martha? Oh, looks like BB took it out. Score 1 for BB-chan.
オペレーション完了です。格の違い分かってもらえました？
Hey, got some dust. Oh, excuse me. Get. Good job, BB. Yep. Fergus! But I'm not the only one. Sorrow, doubt. Are we evil? No, no, no. We are nature. As such, we must be one mind, one body. Scheherazade equals Phenex. Our wish not to die while alive. Our fate to be reborn once dead. Compulsion, our existence. Contradiction, our wish never to be granted. We are both slaves to our wish. But if all living things wish not to die, if we live forever without being stripped of that, that is not a wish, it is a curse. We cannot help but want to break it. Did we get him?
The demon god pillar signal is gone, but... Huh? Master, I'm picking up a faint servant reading nearby. Please be careful.
Scheherazade!
Okay, well, she's almost dead. Phenex, you're the only one to ever understand me. But...
Uh-oh.
Nothing has changed. The ending has already been written. After all, Laputa has already materialized. Even if the demon god vanishes or I die, it will still plummet to Earth. Not a story, but reality. Parts of it may be damaged, but that doesn't matter. It should retain its form until impact. There is nothing anyone can do to stop it. This is the final chapter for all of you, and for me. At last, my wish will come true.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair at all. Okay, give me a sec. Just checking some stuff at the moment. Okay, so we got no battles going on here. So third arrow tick.
It looks like this is it, but if I just disappeared now, I truly would be pathetic.
What are you doing? Is he trying to get taller?
Fergus, your wound is too deep. Stay down. No, it's okay. Young and weak as I am, I knew there was no way to escape grievous injury while trying to battle a demon god pillar. But this time my experience won out. Thanks to the training I have undergone in Agartha, I was able to escape with my life, though only barely. That said, I don't have much time, so before I go, I'd like to talk to Scheherazade. But your spirit origin is just barely holding together. And besides, nothing you do about her will help stop Laputa.
I think he's got something in mind.
The young wounded warrior, the powerless, hapless, half-baked child who never truly had a role to play in this story. You can't stop this. You simply cannot. Even if you sully your innocent hands by ending my life now, Laputa will not be erased. You're wrong, Scheherazade. What I'm going to erase is your fear of death. You are a strong woman. You may have had the Demon God Pillar's help, but you still planned, constructed, and created the story. More than that, you never gave us the slightest hint that it was you, even though we were right by your side. You are nothing
if not resilient. And not just you, every woman we met here in Agartha was strong. Dahut, Wu Zetian, Penthesilea, the Pirates of Ys, the subjects of the Nightless City, the Amazons of El Dorado. They were all strong in their own ways. Thanks to that, I see now just how narrow-minded I used to be. How foolish it was to think that women were nothing but chaste, dainty creatures that were only fit for sewing, that they can never be valiant opponents against whom to draw my sword. What is your point? Are you saying that now you know how strong women are, you're ready to kill one yourself? I told you, even if you kill me... No, it's not that. My point is, I believe I eventually realized that when I was alive as well. That version of me met, saw, spoke to, and did battle with strong women. I can even remember some names, though only faintly. Maeve the Connacht, Skahak the Queen of the Land of Shadows, Ife ferocious as a wild dog, Diadre, who fiercely fought her awful fate, Ness, who offered up her body so her child could be king. No doubt I met these women after I was fully formed. But even before I met them, there must have been other similarly strong women as well. That's what caused me to realize how men and women ought to be. I don't understand what you're talking about. There's no point in bringing up your past. Yes, there is. If I'm going to stop you, I need to tell you about myself, about how greedy I was.
Greedy? Really? You've been all stoic and earnest and a real nut for training all this time.
I mean that I was greedy for a king. I wanted it all, so I had no choice but to train. It was a sign of my desire and my anxiety. It's the same with my greed. Mash, do you remember what you told me before? You said that no matter what else may happen, as long as you remain yourself, you'll become who you're meant to be.
I did? Yes, maybe I did.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, in the same way that I came to realize how strong women are. The time I spent here in Agartha merely let me experience things I would eventually learn anyway. Some women loved to plunder, some were bound by social norms, and some simply obeyed their leader. What's more, every one of them lived happily in their own way. They all had strong points and shortcomings. I'm a simple man at heart, so I wanted to resolve that complexity. I wanted to know if it was possible to lead a nation in a way that everyone could accept. As I said before, I'm greedy. I couldn't stand the idea of everyone not being happy. So as I learned more about Agartha, I kept thinking and thinking and thinking. And in the end, I realized something I should have known all along. What's that? The truth is, I'm not cut out to be a king! Huh? After all that build-up, that is all you wanted to say? Of course not. There's more to it than that. To make a long story short, I realized this morning that I don't measure up. To put it bluntly, I just don't have what it takes to be a king. You all saw that much sooner than I did, but I finally see it for myself now. Thank you all for being kind enough not to say anything. Do your best to stay quiet with a straight face. Sure, no problem. I never did become a king, or rather, I didn't stay one for very long. True. According to legend, you agreed to step down from the throne for a year and pass it on to your lover's child from a marriage, or from a previous marriage. But after the year had passed, your subjects still wanted your lover's child to continue ruling. So you gracefully stepped aside and became a mere warrior, or so the legend goes. Haha, gracefully, huh? That's a nice way to put it. But I doubt I had any other choice. By that time, I'm sure I had already realized what I now know. That I didn't have what it takes to be a king. That I was so greedy it would be wrong of me to pursue that greed from the throne. And that fulfilling it as an ordinary man was the right thing to do. In other words, I learned that I was only really suited for cherishing the things I love. And what are those? Fighting and women, of course. Senpai, he's starting to sound more like the usual Fergus.
I know, Mash, but let's not bring that up now. Incidentally, Da Vinci had it backwards. I gave Conchobar the throne so that I could take Ness as my lover. Essentially, I sold my crown all because I wanted a woman's body. Pretty despicable of me, isn't it? Once again, where are you going with this? I've never heard such an incoherent story in my life. Really? I was hoping you would give me some leeway on that, since I'm a warrior rather than a storyteller, but alright, I'll get to the point. Basically, I learned the strength that women possess. I learned that they are our equals and in many ways rivals, and are worth devoting my life to pursuing. What about you, Scheherazade? What do you mean? Let me ask you about Agartha. You created it so that women would be the dominant gender. Why? I already told you. I used Columbus's desire as the base for it. Are you sure about that? Sorry, I had to do it. Columbus's desire was to get rich by selling slaves. There was no reason those slaves had to be women. As far as he was concerned, the fact that Agartha was full of women was simply icing on the cake. He would have been perfectly happy and acted the same even if it had been dominated by men. If you had made this world in line with his desire, it could have just easily as been a world ruled by oppressive kings rather than queens. But instead, you went out of your way to make it ruled by women. Why? I'm not... I see, so you did it unconsciously without understanding why. My guess is... you did that because you inherently fear men. You see them as being inextricably linked with death. Hmm? Oh man, who would have thought he's actually getting at her like this? That's why you want to keep them under control and had them treated as livestock rather than people. Based on what you told us before, it was clearly that king who instilled this fear in you. He was truly a terrible person, making you endure such torment for 1,000 nights. He was not fit to be a king, just as I, though for different reasons. Be that as it may, what does it matter? That's why I have to tell you that you're wrong. Now that I've realized the connection between me, the Fergus MacRoy who wanted to be a good king, and the Fergus MacRoy who knows how men and women ought to be, I have to make sure you understand the truth I've grasped. Well, a Celtic truth? Please let it be something reasonable. You need men and women to make children! Well, it all comes full circle now. What? It actually whistled! Da Vinci actually freaking whistled! I think Mash is blushing. A very sound conclusion. What a profoundly mundane truism. What are you talking about? That's just common sense. Yes, it is, and yet you don't seem to grasp it. Yes, men can and do bring about death, but it's ridiculous to think of them in only that way. There is a much more important role that men and women both share. It's something that you should be thinking about long before you think about dying or being killed. No, I don't get it. I don't understand. To begin with, how I think about death or man is none of your business. And even if you do erase my fear of death, there's still nothing you can do to stop Laputa. That's... Indeed, Laputa will not stop. It will only continue on as its path towards the destruction of fantasy. Hmm? Uh-oh. Who might that be? Who might that be? Alright, we're fighting a ruler. Alright, so we're fighting a ruler class Savanto. Let's see. Everyone's got Ilya on their bars.
Ah, Michu. There you go. So for fighting a ruler class servant... Yeah, I already just bonded up BB, right? Oh no. Oh, I guess I'll keep BB here. So even though she's bond 10, I will bring my Jalter. So let me take that from Ruler Martha. You know what? I think I'm gonna bring Gorgon in here too. Where's the Gorgon? Only got her the bond 1. All her skills are level 1 too. So, yeah, let's bring that Avenger team going. How much bond does she need? 14,000? Alright. BB needs 12,000. Or 9,000 right now. Oh, guess that won't do. There we go. Indeed, Labuta will not stop. It will only continue on as its path towards destruction or fantasy. Give me a sec. Okay. Let me just take a moment to check some messages a bit.
CJ. Yeah? Lock the door behind me. I'll lock it for you.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Let me bring my stuff back up. Alright, huh? What the? Why is the body of one of the resistant members talking? I thought you were a storyteller, Scheherazade. Why are you listening instead of telling? You're... Oh, it's Phenex. I thought we had talked about our fear of death, about the cruelty that inevitability accompanies life. My, what a horrible voice. That sounds more in line with what his legend describes. Perhaps it has something to do with his new form. At least he's talking in normal sentences now. Is that his new form, or did poetry just get old? Either way, it certainly simplifies matters. At any rate, I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that a demon of death and rebirth is hard to kill. At the risk of being repetitive, he's technically already dead. That goes for both the human he's using as a vessel and the demon god pillar himself. And yet he's still here in the physical world. How's that even possible? You're kidding me. Phenex. My friend. The one who understands me. The one who runs from life and death. Didn't I tell you about the many times I have died? About the unfairness of it all?
I know you have told me about the many times you have died, about the unfairness of it all. And I know I told you this, that you had reached the same conclusion as me, a demon god, a being who has transcended human understanding. Thus, it is the truth. Our wish is truth. It is wrong for those with many lives to also experience death many times. Yes, you're right. But worry not, no matter what this rabble may be plotting, our wish will be granted. As long as I am here, no, even if I fall now, this fantastical city will still succeed in its descent and destruction of a real city on inertia alone. There is no way to stop it. It is I who shall see that the will of the 72 demon gods is done. The incineration of humanity may no longer be possible, but there is no end of ways to bring about their end. My true ambition in dropping a mystical city is to burst the bubble of human understanding. May its fall bring about humanity's destruction. Hey, Commander Lolly, thank you for the host. There must be a way to stop it. That's right, I'm certain there is. But to figure it out and actually do it, it seems clear that we'll need to defeat this demon god first. So how are you doing, Commander? That too is impossible. The very nature of my being is all I need to declare that my destruction at your hands will never happen. What a pity. Scheherazade, you are nearly at death's door. Stay there and bear witness as the world's life and death are blended together with fantasy. I promise you that this detestable death will be the last death you shall ever have to suffer. You're at work. Damn. Sneaking off. Okie dokie. The demon god pillar has reappeared. His threat level is even greater than before.
So he didn't splat him hard enough the first time. Man, he's tough.
Nonetheless, I'm afraid we have no choice. We will destroy him as many times as we must.
Alright, have a good day at work, Commander.
I'm afraid I'm not yet the Knight of the Red Branch. I'm still on my way to becoming that. But even so, I promise I'll use everything currently at my disposal to make up for being miscast. I guess we'll just have to find a way to destroy him while we fight. At any rate, we finally found our ultimate objective. He may be one of Gaetia's pesky remnants, but I bet that if Gaetia were here now, he'd be clutching his ears and saying, "We have no need for one such as this," after hearing him speak. I have no love lost for the king of I might vanish all of a sudden. Oh no. I have no love lost for the king of the demon gods, but we can at least pay him the minimum amount of respect we owe to any formidable opponent.
Why you being smug, Commander?
On behalf of Chaldea and all humanity, destroy the demon god of Phenex. Get him, Yusaku.
Alrighty. That's why I brought my Avengers with me. Alrighty, right. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's got tentacles now. And that will be because I don't want to get caught. Yeah, you don't have to get caught or anything, though. He's got guts on him. Alright.
どうか
Oh, what the hell?
役立たずでごめん
How do you just drain all of his HP like that? Okay. Alright, here we go.
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向ラグロンドメントニュヘイ
Alright, let's do it. Let's go that.
ご覧になってくださいさあどうだ千万解放承知いたしましたいいのね
Alright, let's do that.
貴様らの呪いを返してやろう時計を散るがいいパンデモニアの近く
Hey, another curse. Oh.
どう
陥れるが神秘と地のことが全てが分かれそして消える
Oh, it took out the guts. Oh, I didn't use the demon, the other skill. Rip. Oh yeah, BB's weak against rulers.
いいのあらあらまあまあせいくらえ
力
Alrighty then, let's
ステータスアップこれで耐えます。すべてのパイいいんだ。
let's do it.
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメントニュヘイ。
Alright.
倒れません。
Can't let Jalter fall here.
了解。落ち着いて。落ち着いて。やー。くらえ。
私が神秘と違うことが全てが分かる。そして消える。
Rip. Alright.
すべての邪悪。いいの。ええ。
Buster Braid Chain.
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメントニュヘイ。
I wonder how many guts he has, though. Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay, thank God. I thought I was gonna do something like do another party wipe. I'm like, yeah, that would be bad. Woo! Mystic Code level 4. Alrighty then. Man. 2 more. So we're fighting... I guess we're fighting the Phenex again. I'm also just checking some other messages I got. I think people are busy with Magia Record right now. But hey, McDouble. Yes, I do have a Jalter. Ah. Let's see. Let's use the silver apple for this one. Okay, let's see now. 5228. Alright. You ever watch manga? Yes, I actually have the entire series on Blu-ray. Signed by some of my friends who actually did the voice in the English dub. Like Christina V, Cassandra Morris, Lauren Londa, Christine Cabanos. Those nice ladies. Alright. Maybe should I... Maybe switch out to Dantes as well? As much as I don't want to keep in BB, I want her to at least get to Bond 6? Yeah, Bond 6. Yep. Big ups. What to do here? Maybe if I just brought her to the back and have Mash come in sooner? Or how about before Raiko? I think that'd be better. Our attacks are landing, but we can't seem to kill him. This is no time for compliments, but no wonder he's called the Demon God Pillar of Death and Rebirth. We're kinda worn out after all this fighting. If something doesn't give, I don't like our chances. Crushing, loathsome, burning, lamentable, beheading, unwatchable. Now the manner of your debts. Oh god. No, Astolfo! And Daon and Fergus. His offense is relentless. Master, I think you should do something. Don't worry, we'll get a chance, I'm sure of it. By the power of Deo Ex Machina. Ragnarok, then. Wonderful. This will link life and death like never before. I've been waiting for this moment. What the? I've been waiting for this moment. Okay, there. I'm unable to kill Scheherazade, but for I am, without a doubt, a king greater than any other. It's Wu. As you have bonded with her, I could not kill you either. Thus I had no choice but to hide and bide my time for the chance to strike. But now that you have separated, that time has come. Little Wu! How dare you address me, the greatest empress who ever lived so informally! Your insolence goes too far! Damn it, I forgot what I was calling you! Well, no matter, I shall not soon forget this transgression, Yusaku. Funny how she still remembers your actual name. Silence, pink-haired hussy! Do not misunderstand me. This nation is still mine. I am still alive, after all, and I certainly never relinquished my throne. As such, this hooligan is nothing more than a nuisance to my nation. If he thinks he can float my land into the sky and drop it unpunished, this fool is gravely mistaken. Wu Zetian, right. Her signal did disappear when Megalos crushed her in the Nightless City. But I never saw exactly why that happened. I assumed her spirit origin signal had vanished after that attack. But she could have just been using her skills as an assassin to conceal her presence this whole time. Okay, you wasted your effort, interloper. Cursed Wu Zetian. What can you hope to... Once I have found a criminal, the next step is obvious. Torture, torture, and more torture! Torture is the art of keeping one's victim alive as long and agonizingly as possible while killing him. Now plunge into my deadly pot, demon. Demon god. Grah! Irksome flea! Ow. Get... Little Wu! Idiot! Simpleton! Fool! Don't just stand there! Surely you can find a way to kill even the demon god of death and rebirth if he is being kept in a state of both life and death. Now hurry up and finish him off! How?
Wow! He's all wriggling around and stuff, and he's surrounded by a poisonous bog. Now I see. So this is why I'm here. Fergus? Daon, Astolfo, Yusaku? The rest is up to you. Don't worry, I've never had more than a bit part to play. It won't make any difference to the story if I'm gone. Hey, you're not seriously going in there! Poison, hurt. What is that fool doing jumping into my noble phantasm? If I read this right, if this is a melting pot of life and death, shaped by and molded by the pain of torture, it is another plane of existence, one where the very concepts of life and death mingle together. So when I die here and simultaneously come back to life, that should give me a chance to try again. A chance to try again? If this pot is truly a place where life and death are mixed together, and if, as the still developing Fergus MacRoy, who would ordinarily never even exist, I am able to accept both life and death at the same time, then in that moment, that should create a link to the version of me who should have been summoned all along. So you're trying to force a connection between your death and your rebirth? That is certainly bold of you. You're essentially trying to resummon yourself. But it could work. It could be only for a moment, but that would let you make contact with your older self. Except you were already fairly injured to begin with, so that torturous noble phantasm could end up actually killing you. How are you planning to go about the rebirth part? With this.
A holy grail? Or Tamatabako?
A Tamatabako? You still had one? It's the one Columbus tried to use. Luckily, it happened to land near me.
There's no more time. Here goes nothing. I'm going to accept this pain and death and then use this Tamatabako's magical energy to be reborn instantaneously. At the same time, I'll pull out at least part of my true self's existence from the space between life and death and make it my own. Here goes! Ugh. Fergus! Hey, got a little Calibulg.
That's it. That's it.
Grow. Grow like a rainbow. Become a sword of infinite length, but a sword of nothingness. For my rainbow sword of unending length. Hey, it's Calibulg. It's also my spiral sword. My spiral rainbow sword, Calibulg. That is the sword of the other Fergus carries.
That little dagger? Really?
With this sword, even a careless strike made in anger can easily annihilate 3 hilltops. Its power is great enough to destroy entire landscapes. As such, I shall use it to crush both the demon god who eternally wanders between life and death, and this land of fantasy floating beneath my feet. Incredible. Calibulg is absorbing all the surrounding magical energy as it spins, which is causing it to spin even faster. The drill that pierces the heavens? Is that what it's doing? Rainbow, spill forth from where the spiral leads. Calibulg! Sorry, I can't really scream louder. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Yeah. Oh, let me take another drink first. Got my Gatorade here. Sorry.
Still not enough, huh? In that case, Yusaku, finish him off! Impudent boy, staring at my noble phantasm like a mixing bowl? Well, what are you waiting for? Do it! Master, we can't waste this opportunity they've created for us.
This ends now. Sorry, not the best screaming though, but don't want to tear up my throat at this point. Besides, I got work tomorrow in the morning, so Yeah, that'll be a problem. Okay.
この像を生半可なことでは収まらぬ。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。お望みのままに。
ええ。どう？
Alright, let's see. Let's kind of stun it for now.
いいの？はい。
お望みのまま。
くらえ。
There we go. Now we got a clear shot at him.
さあどうだ。
お待たせ。夢のような。
すべての邪悪をここへ。いいの？
Oh, there we go.
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメントニューヘイ。
There we go. Alright.
すでに途絶えた。
Alright. Oh, okay, it's got its noble phantasm.
夢のような。
ええ。
私は神秘と違うことが全てが分かる。
Alright.
そして消える。
Uh-oh, death resist down. Yeah, let's do something about that. Alright, let's get some healing done.
星の宇宙物見の歌を楽園の星から君に聞かせよう。君たちの物語は祝福に満ちている。罪なき者のみ通るなよ。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
There we go. Give you a little cursey curse. Excuse me. Hmm. Should take out another guts. Yep. Okay, I think it's gonna use its noble phantasm. Alrighty. Awesome. I'm gonna lose Merlin for sure. Huh. Good thing they both survived. Let's do it again, but with a little more flair. Alright, let's stun him here. Aw, oh, missed. Oh, well, let's see. Let's do that. Oh yeah, thanks McDowell, yeah, I know. I'm not too worried about this one though, really. Just wonder when he's gonna lose those guts. Give him another curse. Oh, nice. Ah, no, I lost, Gorgon. Crucible of life and death. Finally, no more guts. now we got Raiko up. You know what? I really don't want to lose Jolter though, so I'll just use one more spell. In case anything were to happen. Well then, I think I can see a way out of this one. Alright, Jolter, do the thing. See if this is enough to kill him, even without, like, buster buffs. Yep, overkill. No better kill than overkill.
ここまで来て我が消えたいただ消えたいのだ
Yay, we killed it. And we got another one of these things, the Mysterious Divine Wine. Alright, ooh. We got this. Ah, there we go. Okay, and this must be the last part. No more battles after this.
The Demon God Pillar is slowing down. It's working.
Almost there.
Please stop it. You're destroying Laputa. If you do that, I'll have to die over and over. Who knows how many times again?
This poison's not so bad once you get used to it.
It's starting to feel more like a nice hot bath. At any rate,
I told you that men and women have an important role, but you still don't get what comes after that. It's okay to live in fear of death. That's a feeling everyone has to different degrees. But it's because death inevitably comes at the end that you have to make sure you enjoy life. A good life is one spent enjoying the pleasures it offers, enjoying food, enjoying drink, enjoying battle, enjoying sex, enjoying laughter. Yes. I have every sympathy for you that you weren't able to live like that, but even if you weren't, you should still find a way to smile. That exquisite body of yours is wasted if all you are is miserable. Damn. He's going for the gold now. Furnace! Foe! That is lewd foe! Wait, no, that's not right. Sorry, forget I said that. You are a strong woman who have fought death for so long, but the time for that is over. Now you should live your life in a way that makes you happy. The way you're living now, always shirking away the fear of death, constantly hanging over you to the point where you can't muster the slightest hint of joy. How is that any different from being dead? I don't know about you, but the idea of living your whole life dreading what comes at the end doesn't sound like much fun to me. If you're prepared to destroy the world all because you don't want to die, if you got that much strength within you, then show me you're also prepared to meet life head-on with a smile.
I don't understand. I'll never understand. I can't smile. What would be the point?
Men are suckers for women with lovely smiles. Naturally, that goes for me too. So if you smile, you'll be able to land yourself a real catch, like me. If you'd landed me, I'd gladly make love to you. I'd do everything in my power to ensure we had beautiful, healthy children, and... oh god. I'd protect you from all manner of deaths, from the pain and frustration that life keeps throwing at you, as much as I possibly can. Is he sexually harassing her? Is he confessing his love for her? No, let's go nice. We're not gonna go full woke mode in here.
No, this is Fergus's way of encouraging. Never mind what he's saying, his voice is filled with such life-affirming energy. It is practically brimming with energy.
If I inspired that sort of reaction in you, Miss Mash, that's a fine compliment indeed. But then I guess that's no surprise, seeing as that was also one of my best pickup lines yet. There's not a woman in the world who wouldn't fall for it. And I haven't let up on my spiral sword one bit either. A true Celtic warrior is one who both gets the girl and saves the world.
That is the most arrogant, bullheaded, egotistical, moronic, self-centered way of thinking with one's phallus I've ever heard.
Wait. Let me see. Sorry, I didn't see any, it's practically, Fergus, but then that... Wait. Did he make a freaking innuendo? Because if that's so, that actually kind of went over my head.
Those words are no more than wind. They're utterly hollow. There's no way to protect someone from all manners of death. It's absolutely impossible.
You got a point there. They may have been a bit much. If someone like Miss Skahak were to attack us, we'd be thoroughly screwed. We'd be pretty thoroughly screwed, yeah. But even in times like that, there'd be something there to replace your fear of death. And I think the quickest way there is to help you get over it. Have you ever been attended to by a handsome man when you were ill? Or had a beloved child squeeze your hand while you were laid up in bed?
I don't understand. Just what are you trying to say?
Scheherazade, it's normal to fear death. But fear can be laid to rest by living a meaningful life.
Exactly. You see, oh beautiful bodied one? Even the young master gets it.
Well, I have seen it firsthand a lot by now. Wait. Mash, what are you blushing at? If it's the sex part you're talking about, then no.
If a man you love from the bottom of your heart, or a child you had raised with tender care were by your side, you wouldn't even have time to fear death.
I imagine you're only saying such things because you... Give me a sec, folks. Be right back.
In the middle of my stream, what the hell?
I thought I muted my mic. Oh well. Sorry about it. Got interrupted by outside interference, but... Okay, where was I? I imagine you're only saying such things because you've never been able to negate that fear. No, not yet. Thank you. What? Then tentacles are shooting out from its body and headed for... Oh no. Oh no, please. None of this hentai crap.
I can't believe you still had that much strength left!
It hurts. I'm dying. I'm dying while I'm living. I'm dying in the middle of the provisional contradiction when life becomes death. I am too exhausted to escape this muddied space of both life and death. Nor can I escape from the spiraling rainbow gouging away at me. Scheherazade, give me the last of your strength, your life. Even a little will do. I'll die like this. But the concept I represent will end without dying. Somewhere, the concept of the Phenex will have a worthless, meaningless end where it dies countless times without rebirth. I'm melting, sinking. It hurts. It hurts to infinity. Hurry and give them to me, you laggard. I don't want to die. Hurry up. Hurry up, it hurts. How many times have I suffered the pain of death? The fear of death. It's not fair. We're the only ones. The only ones. It's not fair that... It's not right. I won't accept it. Hurry, we must finish him off. Or perhaps we should use a projectile of some sort to finish off Scheherazade instead?
Wait, hang on. Don't think we need to do that.
No, this time I refuse. What are you doing? Have you gone mad, my friend? I thought you feared death as I do, that you understood it like I do. Indeed, I do. I understand it very well. I know that I won't change, even when this transient life ends and the next me begins anew elsewhere. I have little doubt that I will again be dreading the prospect of death. But despite that, Phenex, the way you are now is just a bit unseemly. What is this? What is this? What is this? Scheherazade! Fearing death as I do, I can't help but be particular about the manner in which I die. And at the least, I've decided I don't want this death to be at the hands of something as unseemly as you. It is that simple.
I can't keep this up any longer! Now's the time! Bring him down!
As you wish, my little empress! Ow! Okay, ow. My throat. Very spirally rainbow. Life, death, life, death, life, death, life, death. I'll let that cough do that last part. And he's down.
Now that's how the daughter of a poor government official would laugh. Yes, there we go. That's how an empress should laugh. I worked really hard, you know. I studied as much as I could. I memorized books and poems. I suppressed my desire to play. Everything I did to get where I wanted to go. I am an empress. I decided that's what I would be. So that's what I will be, right to the end. That criminal got the punishment he deserved. Well done.
Wu Zetian.
I only came to see that this criminal was properly punished. I had no interest in saving any of you. You hear me?
I know, but thank you anyway.
Still, since I was able to torture that imbecile who tried to overthrow my nation myself, I'm in a rather good mood. An excellent mood, in fact. So just for today, I may just permit you to pat my head or give me candy if you like.
Well, you disappeared already. Maybe we'll see her again someday. Well, she's not a limited servant, so she'll probably spook me at some time.
True, our lives are prone to unexpected goodbyes and meetings alike. That's just how it is. And right now we are still here. As I said, I know that I won't change, not one bit. But I think it is your fault that I did that.
You sure you haven't changed one bit?
It's because you said the fear of death could be laid to rest by living a meaningful life. I simply cannot possibly believe that. But it did get me thinking, just a little, in a simplistic, fleeting, reflexive sort of way, without any thought as to what the future may actually hold. About how I might prefer to die when the time comes. Dying with those I love by my bedside, secure in the knowledge that I'd fulfilled a full life. Or dying by becoming part of something unseemly that is just using me as an energy source. I thought, given the choice between those two possibilities, which should I choose? And I merely ended up choosing the former without even realizing I had done so. That is all. I see. Still, I'm glad to hear it.
Fergus.
Now don't look at me like that. I pushed myself well beyond my limits after all. This was bound to happen. When all's said and done... Both my body and spirit are in tatters at this point. But having my present and past... having my present and my past, my life and my death, all in one form like this, isn't so bad.
Hey, Scheherazade!
If I got you to believe in a meaningful life, then I guess all that blathering of mine paid off. Even if that belief only lasts for this short time. If you can, I hope you'll also sit down at some point, reread the events that took place here in Agartha as one of your own stories. And that you'll come to see yourself as the woman who despised immortality in the end. It'd be a lot more constructive than going through life always thinking about how you don't want to die. I don't know about that. I still don't understand at all. I see. In that case, you'll need a teacher that you can depend on. Someone like Fergus MacRoy, as handsome a man as you'll ever find. The next time you come to life, make sure you seek me out, and let me make love to you. Do that and you'll be sure to understand.
Dude, man. He's going for the gold here right now. Okay, that's clearly sexual harassment.
What a strange man you are.
Oh, does that mean you'll do it?
Not at all. I refuse from the bottom of my heart. In fact, I thoroughly detest dealing with you in any capacity.
Damn. He is Brock. He got rejected.
You're slightly more bearable as you are now, but I refuse to meet your adult self. It would lead to an entirely different, perhaps worse kind of death.
You have a point there. I have made a great many women feel as though they were about to die from sheer bliss. Oh god, no.
Now look what you've done. My end approaches, and I had no time to prepare because you got me thinking about the kind of death you would give me. Now I see. This is what you meant.
And there she goes.
Maybe she did smile in the end, at least a little.
Sure, Fergus. Sure she did.
Now then, I think it's time for me to go too. I may have been miscast from the start, and I couldn't even do a good job as a bit part player. But to be honest, I enjoyed adventuring in this underground world with you all. I have no regrets. I hope we'll meet again someday, if we get the chance. Next time, I sure hope I can drink with you in my true knight form without any reservations.
I haven't meant P5. Adult Fergus, though.
Some big player he was. That kind of extra doesn't even leave room for the stars. Indeed, given that he so brilliantly prevented Laputa from crashing into the land.
Yep, he was the lead role. No two ways about it. Uh-oh.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but now's not exactly the time to be getting all sentimental. Thanks to Fergus' spiral sword physically destroying Laputa's landscape, it's completely come to a halt. And we no longer have to worry about it falling on a major city, however... The trade-off is that the singularity has disappeared, which means Laputa is going to completely fall apart. In other words, the chances of your survival are dropping rapidly even as we speak. Okay, I take that last part back. Fergus isn't the lead anymore. Where's he getting off destroying the ground we walk on without so much as an Astolfo may I? Agreed, though I don't believe there was any time to discuss it, nor any alternative solution at hand. Mash, the first thing I need you to do is calculate where the wreckage separating from Laputa will land. Done. Don't worry, it's going to fall on the Tibetan Plateau. There are no people there. In that case, we'll worry about it later. I do feel a little bad for all the nature and wildlife that's going to be majorly affected by this, though. I also don't envy the people from the association in this time who have to deal with this mess, but oh well, nothing I can do about that. No siree. Now then, next order of business: rescuing the people still on Laputa. Can't you just race shift Master out of here? There are other humans here as well, as you may recall, namely the surviving resistance members and the men who had been imprisoned. Oh crap! I forgot all about them. Maybe my hippogriff could. No, there's no way he could carry everyone. What do we do? Wait, I just remembered. Astolfo, remember the resistant men you put to work? Thanks to them, the survivors should all be gathered in one place now. Is there no way we can help them escape, Mademoiselle Da Vinci? Just call me Da Vinci. Anyway, I know we have to do something about them. The question is what? I'm running all sorts of simulations as we speak, but there's so little time. Oh crap, the shaking's getting even worse. Don't think we got time to wait for the perfect solution. For the moment, I'll get on my trusty hippogriff and make sure there's no stragglers. If I find any, I'll bring them to the meetup point, so make sure you think of a way to get them out of here in the meantime. Up, up, and away! Oh, my apologies. I was so taken by the spectacle unfolding before me that I forgot to make my report. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Astolfo, you may wish to pay attention to your flight path. Ow! What was that? It looks like some sort of flying silver pot? Really? A pot to the head? Looks like you can use some help. I can feel Mahatma at work in this too. Hey, it's Helena. It's like on a flying saucer? Miss Helena, you look even more radiant than usual. Yes, it's me, Helena Blavatsky, flying explorer extraordinaire. What are you doing here? I mean, I'm very happy to see you and all, but... Now that you mention it, what am I doing here? First in Agartha, a guy with a weird beard shot me, but I survived because I fell into the nearby river. But I was still in really bad shape, so I erected a really strong barrier and went to sleep underground so that I could heal. Then, after I recovered, I started exploring Agartha itself. Oh, and I just happened upon a holy grail. What? Give it to me. I brought it back to my mobile lab and used it to power up into Super Helena, which is nice and all. But then I noticed all this shaking and thought it might have been something I did, so I decided to come out and see what was going on. You know, it actually feels like there was something different about me than before I went to sleep. But I can't put my finger on it. If Helena was part of the cast in Scheherazade's story, she may have had something... she may have had some sort of inauthenticity. Not that there's any way to find out now, of course. A holy grail underground? Perhaps that was what served as the Singularity's structural core. I imagine it must have come free once the destruction was underway. Oh, Sherlock! I didn't know you were here too. No exploring for you this time, huh? Anyway, what happened to Agartha? When do I get my chance to shine? Wait, hang on. I just realized this whole landmass is flying. What sort of mystical forces are at play here? And why is it all falling apart? Do I even have time to explore it now? Never mind that now. Helena, there's something important we need to ask you. You're the only one who can help us. Can you fit about 100 people on there? Huh? Well, there's no room for them inside, but I think they can all fit on top. Master and Deon could ride on Astolfo's hippogriff, but there are other people there that need help. All you'd have to do is get them safely to the ground, please. I get the feeling I already missed out on all the fun stuff, and I'm not happy about that. But in the face of such a heartfelt plea, I suppose I have no choice but to say, Of course! Just this once, I'll let you all experience how wonderful Mahatma is for yourselves.
Oh no, it's Aincrad from SAO. Oh wait, wrong series. And so they watch the events unfold from the back of Astolfo's hippogriff. Here the story comes to a close. The fantastical city, created by the soothing words of a woman terrified of death, was falling apart. A downward gaze would reveal the men aboard the flying saucer waving their hands wildly as it made its way to the ground in what might generously be described as an erratic manner. No doubt they will soon arrive at their homes where their loving families await them. They will tell their wives, their children, their friends about their adventures here. In time, most likely forget about them. That is their story, a story that only they can tell. The destruction comes apace, pieces of earth as though suddenly remembering that they are not meant to fly. Make their way back to the ground where they belong, accompanied by great sounds akin to heavy rain, the peal of thunder or a woman sobbing. La Puta, the whore. For the woman who gave its name, one filled with self-loathing and resignation. It may have felt like a part of herself, one to which she had entrusted her fondest wish. Or perhaps it was more akin to a past she despised, one she wished to destroy by crashing it into the world. No doubt that such a question will find its answer, in the stories only she can tell.
Perhaps it needs a bit more. Thus, they succeeded brilliantly in carrying out the remnant order for the underground world. But we must not forget that there were 4 pillars which escaped from the Temple of Time. We know that there are other survivors still remaining. Curiously, this case, much like Shinjuku, seems steeped in stories. Putting the question of whether these 2 cases shed similar themes aside, the time will no doubt come soon when they find themselves in the midst of another new story. That does make it clearer, but it's also rather superfluous. I don't see that word often, though. Superfluous. Then again, it may be important to allude that the fact that these events are still in motion. I just can't seem to find the right words for this last sentence. I think I shall have to come back to it later. Jotting down my thoughts to help pass time is all well and good, but it's clear that I have no talent for the written word. I learned that lesson well during the case of the blanched soldier, the case of the lion's name. I learned that lesson well during the case of the blanched soldier and the case of the lion's mane. If it's all going to turn out the same way in the end, I may as well leave the storytelling to Watson and save myself some time. Then again, when you get right down to it, perhaps there would be no need to record my cases at all if there were a beautiful woman with a lovely voice ready to tell these stories at any time.
Back in Kelia. Oh ho, I sense a beautiful woman nearby. God damn it. Hey, I don't have her. Guess I was imagining things. I could have sworn I smelled perfume, though. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to go back to casually showing off my muscles with Celtic push-ups. Brock, please. Back when I was a kid, I used to do this whenever I had a spare moment in order to train. But now that I put on all this muscle, I only ever do it to show off, don't I? Hup, hup, hup. Alright, beautiful women. Feel free to pass through this hall. Feast your eyes on these manly muscles. And be overcome with lust any time now. God damn it. At least you're not bringing the jelly-filled donuts. There! Luscious cursed at 12 o'clock! God damn it, man. I actually don't have Shazar. I'm sorry, I don't have Scheherazade. I don't have her. Not again. You know, I haven't been at any women lately. Maybe I've lost my touch? I'd better find a way to turn things around before it's too late.
That was too close. I must be certain to never ever run into him. After all, I don't want to die just yet.
So, Holy Grail? Holy Grail? Woman of Agartha. Happily ever after. Yay! Singularity done. And just in time for Anime Expo, too. Yay! Now I have 3 Holy Grails now. It feels like I'm stocking up again. Only to use them all later. Alrighty then. Whew. That was an interesting chapter. Kind of wish there were some... I don't know. I still enjoyed Shinjuku better, though, because, I don't know. Mainly because, you know, Saber Alter and Shalter and all that, but still, this is fun in its own right, though. And I'll do those free quests later on my own time, though, but until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again next time, alright? Let's see if there's anyone we can raid at the moment. Doesn't look like any of the other guys are on, so let's see. Give me a sec, folks. Let's see. Let me see if we can find like an FGO YouTube, an FGO Twitch guy is who's not doesn't have a big following. Give me a sec, folks. Red. Let's got one viewer. How about we go to Weeb Lord Gavin? Or actually, no. Draconic Zahak. Let's go. Alright. Let me just set up the raid first and then we'll sign off. Draconic Zahak. Oh. Spelled raid wrong. Okie dokie. So, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Alright, take care.